Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday morning, January 20th. We are looking at window traders, market profile of the ES and SPY, options expiration today. Netflix earnings came out last night. We said that as we were doing the video after M. Again, you always have to take M period with a grain of salt the day of, right? Because all this was just long liquid, right? We said it yesterday. Once a short covering ceases, right, the momentum buys walk away also, and the market just gives up whoever was long. That's all that was. Netflix earnings came out. We trade inside of M. Look what we've been doing all overnight. Basically trading M's range. We always say M's range is always important the next day. We slightly extended it to the downside. We've attempted to get above it. Right? That's, So what's the bottom line on a day like today? Well, to me, if we get above M's high, we should take out yesterday's high and come back into balance on the daily. If we take out M's low, well, then there's a chance to make a new low and continue the daily on its downward path. We have a wide overnight POC. I'm in twos. I'm not sure exactly how wide it is, but I'm sure it's at least 15 wide. The most important thing for the bulls today is not to have much extension below yesterday's low, because then you come into danger of having an outside week down. So that's more important than anything right now, I believe, heading into the weekend. Triple Qs, as you can see, they're right around yesterday's high. They still had their gap from the previous day. There's still a lot of work to be done from Wednesday. Price probe and the double distribution day that they have. Okay? Russell, they're not near yesterday's high just yet. Remember, they did not take out their IB high yesterday, only their IB low. But they have the gap above and their double distribution day above them. For us, not only do we have the gap and the price probe, we have a triple distribution day. Okay? So there's a lot of work to be done, but it would be a step in the right direction if the bulls could take out yesterday's high. So yesterday's high puts us back into balance. Yesterday's low puts us in danger of taking out last week's low and an outside week down. What about all in here? There's not a lot. Remember we said yesterday there's nothing to lean on except today's high and low? So what does that mean? It wasn't a big range yesterday. It was one of our smallest ranges. By the way, that's 3 ranges under $4 already this year in the month of January. Last year, the first day of trading was a $4 range. We didn't see under a $4 range, I believe, for 2 months. So definitely a little change so far early on in our ranges from last year. But last year was a great year. But we said there's nothing to lean on here. So put your hard hats on. See the way this is happening here? Well, you're going to see that. Is there a real advantage to being long or short in here? Not necessarily. I mean, can you take a short against the overnight high? Again, we always talk about that, how they like to front run it. So that's a possibility to take a short against the overnight high. And it's right basically where value high is, out above it, unless you want to take the heat up to the day's high. But that's another 7 points. So I don't think you would. And the same on the downside. A long against the overnight low, value low, out below it by a couple of points, because you probably don't want to take the heat, which is 10 points to yesterday's low. Those would be the only plays I'd look for in A period right now. Other than that, let it chop around. What are we going to do? Are the bulls going to finally take a little control and come back into balance, or the bears are going to assert more control like they did the last 2 days and take out yesterday's low? You have all day to figure that out. Hopefully it doesn't take all day. But again, no trade is a trade also, so you don't have to pull the trigger at 9:30. Very important to keep in mind. And then on the chart, again, we'll be recapping all these tonight. Thank you for your likes and subscribing to this channel. I hope it's a help. So here's the weekly, right? Last week's low is 386.27. We're $3 above it right now, right? Where we're trading pre-market. Bulls certainly don't want that to get taken out. Bears would love to take it out. So the weekly is still up for me. And the daily, for now, is still down. We take out yesterday's high, we're up. And here's another factor. You take out yesterday's high, you're going to be battling and possibly getting above the 50. You take out yesterday's low, you're going to be battling or possibly be going below the 20. So, again, one day doesn't make a market, but it's interesting to see which one of those we get. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap the day and the week at 4 p.m.